Good evening. My name is Valentine Simei, your host on our today's episode in our podcast, In the Thick of It. Too often, as a community, as a people, we focus on the impossibilities instead of the possibilities. Today's guest brings out, shares his stories on the life lessons, on the challenges he's gone through, bringing out the resilience, the growth, the passion, and the hope in his inspiring story. So please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Thank you. I'm Collins Tanui PWD, a young guy from Ketwo. That is my Ben constituency. At a big family called Ketwo. Collins is second born of three in family, and Collins is a person who was born with disability. So when I mean disability, I was born with something called clumpfoot. But lucky enough, I'll tell you what transpired after. So currently, Collins is an entrepreneur and also a leader to many, and also somebody who does biography to politicians mostly, and a political advisor. So thank you.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Collins, for joining our show. So, personally, I'm so passionate about inclusivity. And the inclusivity means having everyone on board. We want to encourage people with and without disability. And I am happy that, to someone that would have made them not maybe lose hope, get discouraged. But I am so happy and proud of you that you never let the disability that you are born with hinder you from doing what you are doing. And I know you have a story to tell.
Thank you.
So what has your journey been like?
The journey has been tough, more tough. When I mean tough, it's tough simply because I began my education journey at a school called Ketwo. That is the so-called, in my field we call it a polling station currently. So I began there to standard before, then I transferred to a good school called Samoa Educational Center for progress. Now that is class 5 to class 8. I did my KCP way back in 2015.
Wow.
So after finishing my primary, I was lucky to join Laborate Boys, and I school at Laborate Boys, that is Form 1 and Form 2. We did strike. I was in Form 2, and I had to transfer to now a near school called St. Matthew's Socio in Muibe, a good school that nurtured me. And I cleared my Form 4 in 2018. That is 2018. Then I came back home because the disability part had ilikuwa imenisumbua sana. That is what I mean, because of growing, the weight of the body pia, so hiyo kukazana ilikuwa ngumu. So to come back home, I stayed back in 2019. I stayed at home completely. Now being stressed, and I just tried to figure out what I can do after Form 4, because I didn't pass very well, but I passed basing on my ability. I scored assistant, and I championed myself because I stayed in a family where there were no parents. Meaning there were no parents. I lost my dad in 2013, and my mother had gone away earlier back in 2006 to 7. So she disappeared. So I've been mentored and raised by not even family, let me say friends, and the so-called environment that we met that time. So I just kept pushing, the pressure of uko kwa wenyewe na you want to make yourself proud. So back in 2020 when Corona came, that is when now I figured out that I should join college, or if I can get money, I get to parallel university, I do the best course that I wanted to do. But because of the environment and everything, I had to get to a college by then. But I'm happy that now is National Polytechnic. But by then ilikuwa TVET. It was just a school called the Rift Valley National Polytechnic. It was by then ilikuwa Harvest. I joined there in 2020 September when Corona iliisha. So I joined Harvest. By then ilikuwa Harvest. I began by doing an ICT course, that is certificate. I wanted something that nitamaliza mapema because I had no good background to hold me in the education journey. So I did it, and after finishing in 2022, that is March, I did my NEC March 2022 because certificate takes 2 years. So I went back to the same school, and I saw that I'm coming from a productive area where we do farming. And when we speak about Junction Movement, that is when the bread basket of this country lies. So I went back to the same school. I did general agriculture, that is diploma, and that is when now my self-esteem rose. And I proved myself that everything is possible. I met a guy, which I'm proudly to praise him here. It's called Weldon. And Weldon is a guy. Is a guy of somebody called Shadrach Chuno. Shadrach is somebody. Is a chair of Vodibos in Kenya. So by then he was an aspirant when that is 2022 way back. So I met Weldon. Weldon was the president of the institution by then, and he told me, bro, I'm exceeding. Natoka hapa lakini sioni mtu yoyote mwenye anatoka Uasin Gishu anaweza lead. And I told him, why don't you appoint me to be the CS Finance? Then we see the things. Alafu mimi nijipange. I organize myself to get fees, also to get something for my sisters back at home because we were alone. So, and by then they were in school. I'm in school. So the guy told me, relax, takupanga. So he took me to a meeting. I'm here to elaborate that day, the first day when I joined now the field of interacting with people. So he took me to a field where we had around 10,000 heads, that is students of our institution. And he just picked me and said, huyu jamaa anatosha president, and he had hakuwa ameniambia kama naweza omba president ama nifanye nini. Remember, I'm new to the institution, and so the guy held my hand. Nikaongea, I just make something funny, hata sikukuwa najua what is leadership. I told them, mimi nitatosha. I gave them empty promises, of which it was empty by then because you are a student. So remember, the constitution that guides you is the student part. You cannot go beyond. You are not a worker of the school. So I promised them heaven things, and I pulled the ground by then. Then that was September, and we were getting to elections on January. So as you know, campus life is politicians from outside. That is now our leaders from the national government, the counties. They come to these institutions, support their own. They support their own favorite. So for me, after I proved that at least I have a ground, that is December, because watu wakikuja nyumbani for holidays September, I stayed there for kukua mentored and kukua nurtured for how to cleanse this power. So in December 14th, while I was in Nakuru town, tulikuwa tunatembea kufanya campaign, I saw that I can take this. Kaangalia the courage na watu wenye walikuwa nani. I came back to Uasin Gishu. I declared my bid to the institutions that were around, like the Mweben Vocational College. We have Sergoet, we have Kashin, and we have the RVTTI here, and the National Polytechnic.
Oh, so this position is for all institutions?
Not just that school, because that school has 7 branches. So you have lazima ukuwe na usemi kwanza mahali unatoka. So I came back to here, Uasin Gishu County. I met with the heads of the institutions, and I told them, this is what I have, this is what I have. Yet, remember, I come from a background that doesn't have hata mayai. So I overpromised them, and they trusted me. let me say maybe because of by then nilikuwa nachukulia ni kama ni because of my disability, but in turn I came to realize that it was because of courage that I had. So I convinced them. We met at Heka and we talked, and they all agreed to come to my launch of my campaign. That is January. I went back to the county. By then Mandago was the governor. So I went back to him and I told him, this is my journey. I've come all this alone without a proper finance and proper anything. I've managed to do certificate in ICT without the help of anyone. So when you give me the little support that I wish to get, I'll run the campus, I'll make sure I pay myself fees, I'll pay the sisters, I'll build my home. That is when now my home can accommodate me and say, it's ours. Yeah, so he said, I'll see what to do. I went back to the institution. That is when now January 1st, the campaign now is very hot. I figured out what can I do. And I came out with an idea of taking water to all the churches in Nakuru city.
Wow.
Because our institution it has 4 branches in Nakuru. So that covers a big part in Nakuru. So I did it in Nakuru town. I took water to every church. That is what I could afford.
That is interesting because you are dealing with students, but you chose to take water to church. Yeah. Why?
Mostly because what happened in campus is, let me call it hell, because campus ni mahali utapatana na kila sort of. So Sunday utapata ule jamaa anapiga sherehe ataenda kunyenyekea. I remember the prayers also that we get from the churches are the one that keeping us pushing. So nikakuja na hiyo idea, nikapata mtu alinipatia maji.
Wow.
By then one crate alikuwa ananipatia na 100 book. One crate. That is carrying it water. I should thank them. So imagine carrying it water all the way from here to Nakuru. And sijui inafika aje, but ilikuwa inafikishwa. So we began our campaign and Mandago called me. By then hiyo siku akanipigia direct call. Akaniambia, son, sorry I've been fixed. Nikasahau kumbe uliniambia unaomba kiti. How is the progress? Itinye ground goroga na so akaniongelesha in a native language kwamba do you have ground ama unasema tu alafu ikuwe unajituma vibaya. Nikamwambia ground iko, unaweza kuja uangalie. By then akatuma ESP, which I'm proud to say anaitwa Kemei. So Kemei came and tukafanya rally moja a place called Kabasisi. I just told people tunakuja kupatana. That was the Ma association. That I was meeting the Maasai group in the institution. So I was taken by and the Kemei came and he witnessed akanitengenezea around 500 t-shirts.
Wow.
And he gave me some financials kidogo. Tukafanya campaign. We did a campaign that was very hotly contested. And by then kulikuwa na candidate wa Susakihika na kulikuwa na candidate wa Liki Nanjui.
Wow.
So there were candidates of several leaders. So I did it, and which I wish to praise my deputy because she was a Maasai, and the Maasai gave me the heart. Yeah. So I did my marvelous campaign and I won. I became the president of the institution.
And that is your first time in the institution?
That is when now I realized that kumbe kila kitu inawezekana. And remember by then I have a story of coming direct from planning to get to the hospital. Yeah. So by then nilikuwa na ile pressure. Immediately after I won the presidency seat, I was celebrated. At least I felt that everything ikawa fiti. That is when now I managed to pay my own fees. Nikafanya improvements shule. Kuna students wali benefit juu yangu being the president. Some of them were registered without paying fees. They did their own NEC exam. They were given results.
Wow.
We had by then hakukuwa na hospitali ilikuwa ina function vizuri shule, and I champion mpaka tukakuwa na a very good let me call it level 4 hospital or level 3 hospital, like, iliyoko ndani ya shule. I championed that, tukawekewa ramps as the people of the special group, tukatengenezewa malls through my intervention, and all along nika lead, and that was the best journey ever. I got the chance of meeting including the current president. By then alikuwa deputy president. I met him face to face in Daima Towers. I think not Daima Towers, KICC.
Daima is in Eldoret.
Yeah, Daima is in Eldoret. KICC. I met the president in KICC. He's now the president. So by then he was deputy, and we were discussing about the new education funding model. By then kulikuwa na ile pressure, the Kenya Kwanza, they came with good promises. So I got the chance of asking about the budgets, and we spoke, and that is when now my light came.
So what an inspiring story.
So I led that school for 2 years, being the president. And when I came out, I trusted that let me now get out and let me not do the politics commonly, lead presidency na nikuje nikae to home. I have the passion. So I came back home, nikaanza a charity organization called Youth for Peace Kenya. Tukafanya kidogo, kina Huria came, Arapuria, tukatembea na wao, wakanishikilia mkono. They never said wewe ni mtu mdogo ama nini, hapana. So we did it mpaka mali tumekuwa tukifanya. Then I now began to join the politicians huku nje, like nikaanza kukaa close to them, showing them that everything is possible through my courage that I have. So nikaanza kukuwa na ile courage ya I can go and meet governor, tunakaa chini na mwambia these are the words people need. Nini nini na nini, I'm planning to do this, kama kupanda miti, I'm planning to visit my school, I'm planning to get to children's home, and they are all accommodative. And we hope that the best part is coming, and I'm aspiring one day, one time, I'm sure I'm gonna lead
to be the president.
Of course.
Oh wow.
No human being is limited in this part. So that is part and parcel of my political journey. So currently working at Ilu, that is Ilu Water and Keziz, that is associated with our able philanthropist Damaristo. So that is where I have like hapo ndio nimejiweka saizi, but side hustles ni mingi. I have those context biographies to these politicians, guidance and coaching to the aspirants. I have a lot, and also the charity part of it, because I have a team that I do with them. So we have a series of events. We have done some of them, and we are planning to have more of them. My disability nature, let me explain a bit, is I was born with something called clubfoot, and clubfoot is something that it can be treated, but because mimi nilitoka mahali hakuna mtu alikuwa na ile knowledge so nikakaa nayo. I was taken to Ketwo International Hospital back in 2019, whereby I underwent the surgery na nikapona, but ilikuwa imeni affect hadi kwa kiuno. So but now I'm confident and I'm comfortable that I can walk, I can drive. I can drive from I've proven I can drive from Nairobi to Mombasa and to Eldoret, and I can walk more than around 30 kilometers to and fro. So I'm comfortable and confident, and I wish to thank the hospital. So my clerical call to the people living with disability, because I'm also their leader and I lead them, is let the parents bring them on board, because we are special, but we are able. We might have problems, but problems need solutions, and solutions are us. So that is part and parcel of my disability part. In terms of background is good. Kama maisha ni ngumu tu kwa kila msee. So mimi kama kijana mdogo I've passed a lot, but that a lot does not stop me from pushing the train
Yes.
to where I'm supposed to be.
Wow, what a story. Thank you very much, Collins, and I am glad you won the elections.
Thank you.
I was getting a bit, so after all this, did you win?
Thank you.
So I am glad you did, and you truly, your story and your journey, it should inspire someone. There's a lot of strength, determination in you. There's hope in you, and from your story, we've heard how what you've gone through, but you did not allow that to limit you, to limit what you are able to achieve, and what you still look forward to. I look forward to seeing you being the president that
Thank you.
So from what you have seen, the way you have grown, I love what you told the parents, that they should not hide the children. They should look for help. They should seek for information, because I am sure if your parents got the information, maybe
they could
have been helped earlier. And shout out to Weldon wherever he is.
Thank you.
Yeah, he made you whom he contributed to whom you are. And it's good to appreciate where you come from and the people who helped you all along. So I don't know what stereotypes do you think exist that are limiting, that there's things people imagine about disability that maybe has limited some young people out there from achieving what they could have achieved. What do you think, Ansamo?
I think there aren't many people lack the education mode, the knowledge of the importance of the people living with disability. One is because maybe the culture of leaves. Maybe when someone sees Collins anasema maybe ni lahana ama ni bado men zilitoka tu from nowhere. So those are the things. Kuna zingine kama for example mzazi sasa anakuwa na ile low self esteem, nimezaa kilema ama nimezaa anaishiwa na ile courage ya kumfront. So again is being less fortunate to the society, because when you see most of the disabled people, I can say most of them come from a really humble background, and that tells you that hata mtu akiwa disabled hawezi kuwa access, like you're seen as a trash. But if we get the sensitization and we get the people who are human enough to speak out on them, you're not supposed even to be disabled. You can just speak for them, because there are some who cannot speak. There are some in the village where I come from. They are happy that I'm there. I can speak to them. But we have other villages like either Nandi, Baringo, where this devolved government and the leadership and also the programs of people living with disability ijefika huko mashinani. So like we need to have a dialogue and a strategy on how to ensure that we bring them on board, and give them the best life ever, because God sees us through them.
Thank you very much, Collins. And personally, I'm so inspired by not giving up. You've really explained your story that I know anyone watching this will really be encouraged, whether a parent or a young person with disability, because I think most of what people would want to achieve, you already achieved. Most of what people, we see disability as inability, which is not. You've worked, you've pushed to a level. I love the way you're explaining how your confidence came, how you chose to go back to school, and I can feel some forgiveness in you. Sometimes you talk to someone and you can feel the pain they have of their parents not being there, not being able to support. But I am glad that you healed. You are not suffering from what happened, behind or earlier before you got to this. And I am, the fact that you said yes to Weldon introducing you to everyone and saying you wanted you to be the president, which should be something that should push young people. Don't shy away from this. If you said no, you don't know what would have happened. If you said, I am disabled, I just joined the institution, I have no support from family or any politician. You took yourself to the governor himself, the former governor, explained yourself. Even most of us here have never sat with heads of institutions as many as you did. So I am proud of you. And I want you to keep pushing. Especially push for the people living with disabilities, you said, who cannot speak for themselves. Be that voice that can push for them and encourage them to come out. So I want to speak to parents, especially parents with children with disability. You know, hii miaka 2020s, we still have parents who are who are keeping their children at home. They lock them in their homes. If Collins was locked, he would not have done all that he has done. They also, people with disability, children born with disability, also have ambitions, they have dreams, they have goals, they have purpose. So parents, if you know or you have any child with disability, msiwafungie nyumbani. Seek for medical help, seek for information. Sometimes there are opportunities that come, but unasikia mtu anaulizwa, even young people, youth, hata adults who are living with disability. So many places unapata wanauliza people if you have a card, but so many people don't register. Is it you register? There is assessment, and it's also a call to our leaders, to institutions. So I want to ask the institutions tasked with this responsibility of ensuring that people with disability are assessed, registered, and given that what they require. Please do your job, because you go to our communities and find people, old people who have never been assessed, they have no disability cards, they are just struggling, and yet we know there are departments and ministries that are responsible for this. So if everyone can do their job and give them that opportunity. And also wajitume pia hawa, if you see the way ulijituma. I am so inspired by your story that you didn't have anyone, and the way you're even explaining, like where you come from, ulijituma ukajipeleka shule, you went for seeking for the position yourself, and what you are doing currently. So as much as you can, please speak for them, so that they get the opportunities that you got, and even bigger opportunities. So thank you, Collins, for your time. Thank you for inspiring people living with disability. Thank you for helping us speak about inclusivity in our communities, in our job, in our working areas, and everywhere we go to. So what is your last word, especially to the people living with disability?
My last words is to the institutions first. That let's ensure that we do what it's right to them, because the constitution's mandate, and it's very clear that we have laws, we have programs, and we have the funds to help these people. To our leaders, of which we task them to serve us, I wish to let them know that there's something called area of work. Ensure that if you are leading us, ensure that we get that bottom line of ensuring that we cover to the villages where we have people who cannot speak, who cannot come to town. I'm sure you know that uko village hata kuna mtu mwenye ajui town.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get your age, even it is not even supposed that you are disabled, but you can just get a whole person ajui wapi because of that interaction. So to the people, to those leaders, let's ensure that we help us, and not only the people living with disability.
Yes.
Let's ensure even youths outside there, very many of them tamaking, wanateseka, wengine wameishia drugs, wengine wanajiua, like you see young death is rampant nowadays. Not because watu wanajiua wakipenda ama kitu mbaya ina happen, is because those who we have given them oppositions to help us are failing us. In fact, they are making us to worship them as lords and forgetting what they are supposed to do. And let me not finish. Let me not forget to thank my people, my team, the Team Doyen Iconic Movement. Thank you so much, and to praise a bit some few guys, because they have proven that life is about us. It is not about me. It is not about Collins. That is Honorable Regina Chumba, the current MCA that represents the people living with disability in Uasin Gishu County. That is what she's doing a great job. Recently, she went to Gambia on the profits of representing the people living with disability in Kenya. So I wish to thank her for showing exemplary work. At least she's an example of somebody who was sent to perform her task. Number two, we have an aspirant called Patrick Ketwo from Moiben, affiliate called Dola Mashinani. The Dola Mashinani Foundation has done a lot in my capacity and my events. He has played a role, and he has shown that if really gotten the chance of serving us, he will do marvelous things. So to the Dola team and the Dola Foundation, thank you for not shunning the people living with disability, the youths, the elderly age. He has proven that humanity is real. So I wish to thank them. We have Buzeki Foundation. Buzeki Foundation is what keeps us in town and what makes us feel that we have no disability in this country. Not even this country, in Wazingishu, especially the part where I come from. That is Sergoit and Moiben. Our disabled people and the elderly age and the youths are now elaborated and they are knowledgeable. You cannot get there and cheat them. You can get there and talk to them on facts and give them what they need. So I wish to thank the three members I've mentioned, and they are doing exemplary good work, especially to Team Dola. Dola has proven, and we are planning an event this coming week, and now I wish you be part and parcel of us. You see what Collins is doing, and the entire team. We are planning Kaptagat walk. I wish to welcome all of you. That is to conserve the environment through a team. I think the dates shall be communicated on our pages, and I'll also share it to you. To everyone, I wish to say thank you for hosting me today. This was an amazing show, and looking forward to be partners of this show and to make sensitization that we have a good platform and we have a tangible stories that can make a life impactful to many. So thank you so much.
Very much, Collins, for finding time to be on our show. Thank you for sharing your story, and I hope today's conversation will remind each one of us that our disability will not define your worth, how far you go, will not define your dream. Let's all purpose and make effort in ensuring that we have inclusivity in our communities, in our places of work. And no matter the challenge you go through, no matter the disability that you have, if you keep pushing and believing in yourself, you will surely achieve your dream and your goal in life. Until next time, good night.